Let's go ahead and get into that comfortable position, remembering that you can sit, stand, or lie down, and if you need to transition to any of those during this, to just be mindful as you do it. Be aware of the movement, be aware of the need to move before you move as well. So, taking a deep breath or two, allowing those eyes to close or have that unfocused downward gaze here for me. And I invite you to start by identifying the rise and fall of the chest. Making any minor adjustments to the way that you're sitting, if you need to, as you start to settle and soften into that posture. Not being super tight in your shoulders or your hips. Knowing that it's okay to have a little bit of roundness in the spine. And just tapping into that breath, the rise and fall of the chest or stomach, the breath on the lips or at the tip of the nose. And we just use this breath to cultivate that calm, that awareness, that focus. Now I invite you to shift from the breath to the thought patterns and emotions. Asking yourself, what is my mind aware of? What is the weather of my thoughts? Just bringing that mindful awareness to the thoughts. And for members of our queer community, our thoughts might echo those societal judgments, or it might defy them. Right? In this practice, we are just trying to become familiar with those thoughts and narratives and patterns. And if, as you're focusing on these thoughts, you notice that your mind just wanders and travels all over the place, that's okay. That's normal. Our monkey mind just traveling, jumping from tree to tree, thought to thought, is completely normal. Just notice where it's taking you. Don't follow the rabbit hole, but notice it. Oh, okay, it's going over here. It's wandering over there. And then when something bubbles to the surface in your mind, notice it. Don't try to change it. Simply name it. Maybe fear, shame, doubt, not enough. Or alternatively, maybe it's joy, peace, calm. Just see if you can identify that narrative or that proliferating story in your mind for whatever might be coming up. Disease, discomfort, comfort, stillness. And see if you can begin to recognize the origins of these thought patterns. Asking yourself, who benefits if I believe this thought? Who benefits if I believe this thought? Does this thought align with my authentic self? And these can be that you benefit. Maybe it's a positive thought and you benefit from it and it aligns with your authentic self. It can also be that this thought comes from an external source or an internal one. And maybe it aligns and maybe it doesn't. All of this is just information. We're not making judgments, we're just noticing, recognizing it, allowing it to be there, right? Finding out more information by being curious about it. Asking yourself, is this thought true? Who would I be without this thought? Would I think or say this to my best friend? And it's normal for maybe 1, 2, or 3 new thoughts to bubble to the surface as we're working through this, and that's okay. If one of them screams out more than the other, maybe following this series with that thought. Trying to stay with the one that speaks the most, that shouts the loudest, rather than allowing that mind to flit and float between. But if the mind does flit and float, that's okay. Just observing it, following it, asking these same series of questions. So now that we've taken a little time to identify those thoughts, those origins, we should nurture our minds. Let's offer our minds a bit of metta or loving kindness. Thinking of that specific narrative, if it's a negative connotation, maybe wishing yourself well that is in direct opposition to that thought. Maybe, may I be enough. May I be enough. May I be enough. May I be happy. May I be happy. May I be happy. May I find confidence. May I find confidence. May I find confidence. May I be loved. May I be loved. May I be loved. Just continuing to give yourself kindness in the form of these phrases, nurturing that being inside of us. Now I invite you to take a deep breath, releasing that focus on the thought patterns, releasing that heavier work and those well wishes to yourself out into the world. And just return to the breath and focusing on the breath for just another moment as we find that peace and that center again. Maybe taking note of anything that might be different, if the quality of the breath is different, if the quality of our hearts are different. And beginning to feel the weight of our bodies on the chair or cushion, grounding our physical bodies into the present moment, feeling the room and the space that we're in, noticing where we are here at the Affirming Path retreat. And when it feels right, bringing yourself into full awareness and allowing the eyes to open.